I grew up as a city girl. I never imagined that I'd be out here on a farm, not in like a million years. But it has been so great just watching the boys grow up out here on the farm. They are more in touch with nature. Like we have chickens that we use, and then we have all of our crops, and it's really, for me, farming organically is make the food and the world a better place for our kids to live in.
I feel like our ultimate goal would be, we do want to be organic, but we also want to make sure we have a diversified cropping rotation, and we want to minimize tillage and be able to, by using crop rotations and just timing, be able to improve soil health long term. And we think we can do that and still be able to be organic as well.
They've been doing a ton of different things out here, but what I've worked with those guys the most is they've got a couple different EQIP honeybee pollinator initiative contracts. So that's the HBPI program. It's a national initiative. And so they've got field borders running around all of their organic fields. They're 125 feet wide, as they're not spraying any pesticides inside their operation. And it provides a buffer from their neighbors spraying.
The pollinator buffer strips might work out really good for us because we're planning on, we need to do something like that anyway. And then it was just an added benefit of being able to provide habitat for honeybees and also other beneficial insects.
Michael has been very interested in NRCS programs such as EQIP and CSP. He came in and signed up for the Conservation Stewardship program, which is a 5-year contract. Allows producers to do something new on their whole operation. It includes all acres that they operate.
They've been just extremely helpful and helped us get everything planned out. Doing first and foremost is kind of the technical assistance side of things, of helping us know, okay, here's what we want to do, how can we actually do it? And then just being willing to come out and help us actually implement that practice has been just extremely helpful for us. We are coming on a pea cover crop field that we planted this spring. And we planted this specifically for nitrogen fixation. And right now we're just digging up some roots to look at the nodules. They're a bacteria that take nitrogen from the air, which is, it's not in a form that the plant can use because of the triple bond that in nitrogen gas. So these bacteria, they're able to break that down into a form that the plant can actually uptake. So instead of applying a nitrogen fertilizer for a legume plant like this, it's able to use the nitrogen from the atmosphere. And then once that's in a plant available form in the biomass of the plant, then this will be a green manure and it'll benefit our next crop.
On this field, this rotation was lentils, then it was seeded to spring wheat, and then it was seeded to the sweet clover for a green manure plow down. And so what we're seeing here is this field has not been tilled for 3 growing seasons. So when we look down through our sweet clover, we have standing stubble from our spring wheat here. And then as that ages and matures, it will lay down and form a mat on top of our soil surface.
Michael's doing a really good job of not tilling unless he has to. His crop rotation is phenomenal to me. He's always coming in and saying, hey, I think I'm gonna try this. So we were just having a conversation about spelts and a type of kamut that he wants to try to grow. He's looking into other crops that he can get a market for, that's marketable, that will work with his rotation, which is kind of exciting because that is not the norm.
Everybody, we need to think of different methods to be able to control some of these weeds and some of these problems we have without just having to always go to the easy fix, which is spray it out. We just need to think of some different methods and work with nature, and it works out just fine when we do it that way.